and CEO at SMEO, which is an online factoring fintech company in Poland. And today we're going to speak about SME finance. Okay, so I will turn off the camera to focus on the slides. So Michal, hello.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so just before we start, just to mention some organizational moments. So our webinar is scheduled for 15 minutes. We are recording this webinar, so right after we finish, you will receive the link to the video. And also in the end of the webinar, we're going to have time for 1 or 2 questions. So please type your questions even during we do the presentation, and then we will be ready to answer quickly them in the very end. So please type your questions into the chat. Okay, so let's go to the topic. Michal, you will be hosting a panel devoted to the SME finance during our upcoming SME Banking Club conference in Warsaw, which take place on October 21st and 22nd. So I'm inviting everybody to join us there. So actually it's in 3 weeks already. And during this panel, we're going to focus on the discussion of automation and digitalization of financial products to SMEs, and also some alternative financial products like hybrid financing.
Yes, I'm also inviting you to take part in this conference. It's on 21st and 22nd of October this year.
Actually, just a few words what we see on this topic in the CE region. So we did a research at the beginning of this year, and we find out that in the region we have 8 banks that offer online application for their SME customers, so that the customer can apply either via online banking or via the website of the bank for a loan, for factoring, or for leasing. So there are 5 banks in Poland, 2 banks in Romania, and 1 bank in Bulgaria, and 2 banks in the region offer the full digital process for the financial products. So from applying online and to the disbursement and further loan administration purely online. And here we have actually one example from the ING Bank in Poland, where online application is available both for entrepreneurs and companies. So a customer can apply either online or via online banking. Also, credit decision is sent to the email of the customer, and in case of positive decision, customer can sign a loan agreement via online banking. And also then to upload some additional documents that are needed to fulfill covenants on the loan agreement and so on. So you at SMEO, so you offer to SME segment fully digital process factoring. So please share with us some more details on how you do this.
Of course. So as you could see on the slides, let's start with the first slide. SMEO is an innovative firm from this fintech sector, and we provide a digital online invoice factoring, fully online. So our product fills the gap between the real demand among the micro and small and medium enterprises and meet their capital needs of the services offered by incumbent financial institutions, mostly banks. So how factoring works, probably I don't need to explain, but maybe I will tell you more about our target market, what is very important. So our target market is 430,000 firms in Poland. And what is important about them, they are from business to business sector. And of course, they issue invoices with deferred payment dates. And of course, that causes them the cash flow troubles. As I mentioned, they don't have a big choice among the Polish incumbent financial institutions. Mostly they choose some payday loans product instead of the real factoring or credit products which support them with the cash flow, which is of course not good for them. So our whole process of obtaining the factoring limit is fully automated. I will show you the 6 steps how to get this online factoring limit. So the first one is just a creating of free account where the client has to just put his email address, create a password, and of course some GDPR stuff. The next step is based on his tax identification number. Is when the client put only these digits, there is automatic competition of basic company data based only on this number. We are connected with the tax advisory bureau. The next step, the most important, as we are online product, we have to be sure that we speak, that we open the account for a real and the real person, the real company. So we have to confirm the ID of the person. We do it based on the EU PSD2 regulation. So there is the automatic download of the bank account statement of the client. We use the Contomatic widget in this case. The next step is just filling a simple form where are some questions, mostly about the ID and some personal data about the client, the owner of the company. The last step is the acceptance of required consents, what we do also online just by these few clicks. The result of just these 5 steps is opening a factoring limit. The decision between the step 5 and the step 6 takes about 7 to 19 seconds. So when the decision is positive, so the client gets the factoring limit, he's allowed to finance his invoices from now. So they get the access to this nice, let's call it home banking account, home banking panel, where, as you see, they could do like download, upload the invoices in some PDF or JPG formats. They are automatic recognition of the content of the invoice by our OCR system. They could online finance the invoices. What is also important, they have the online access 24 hours 7 to their factoring limit here. What is important, the clients also can by one click, they can do payment of financed invoices, online requests to increase the factoring limit, but also monitoring of receivables from contractors. They could do it by generating, for example, automatic emails to contractors with one-click invoice payment option. So from this system, our client is allowed to send the email with the request to payment to his contractor, the invoice. So this system allows us to service more than 2,000 clients already in Poland, and is also, of course, available mobile on a mobile version. It's in a mobile app, or there is also a web version, but opens very nicely also in the smartphones. Maybe you have some questions now, just to process how it works. Do we have any questions? Maybe Victor, who said, oh, somebody is asking the question. Yes. We are waiting for the one question, as we see. So what I could say, we don't have another option of servicing our products. It's only online possible. We have also some clients, of course. We have the phone option. Oh, there is a question. Yes, there is a question. Mobile version is also full functional as web version. Yes, it is. So it's the same, exactly the copy of the whole system. So about 40–45%, it depends on the month, of our customers use only mobile version to to do the factoring in our systems. Do we have any other questions? Okay, so if you have more questions, I'm also available after this webinar. You could ask the questions by visiting us on a conference on 21st and 22nd October in Warsaw. I will be hosting the panel about SME finances, so I encourage you to join us on the conference. Thank you very much.
Yes, well, actually, as we have still 2 minutes for our webinar, there will be, Michal, a question from my side to you. So, of course, we will discuss this during the conference and in more details. But still, what would you name the main challenges for banks and non-banking organizations that are servicing SMEs to go purely online? What is your opinion?
Yes. So, as we see the banks and another online finance company, they really focus on the online access, on the mobile banking, and on marketing. But I think this underwriting is the most important issue now, as not all banks are allowed or know how to make the credit risk decisions online with the customer. So the onboarding process works, the marketing online works, but this underwriting, I think, is still a big issue for them. As we know, some Polish banks, according to some regulations, it's not so easy for them to make a financial decision, the credit risk decision for new customers online, but for the existing clients like ING, for example, exactly they do it.
Yes, they do both for existing and for new customers as well. So, okay, so if we don't have any questions, so then thank you for your participation and thank you, Michal, for joining us. So as I mentioned at the beginning, so right after we finish, so you will receive a video recording of this webinar. And we'll be glad to see you in Warsaw and on our next webinars as well. So we will be informing about the next topics. Thank you and goodbye.